What is up, Wicketers? Welcome to the first episode of this podcast. I am one of your hosts, the Cobrax, otherwise known on this podcast as Saran.
Hello, it's me, the other co-host, the better co-host, the one with the better cricketing opinions, just a
Okay,
better person in
okay,
general.
okay. Oh, that's what he says. Now, I apologize if we are lagging a little bit. This is the first time we're doing this. It will be a bit more, what's the word? Sharper next time.
Technical.
Yeah, and that too. But anyway, enough about our shortcomings in technology. Let's get on with what we're all here for. Alright, what do we want to start with, my friend?
I think we should first start off with the most recent game what ended yesterday.
The most recent game that ended
England
yesterday.
versus India.
I wonder what
Yes,
happened.
England versus India. So yeah, England lost by
Yeah.
336
And do you want to know what happened, guys? This guy told me before that they would win. Oh, we're gonna win 5-0 against India. Oh, we're gonna win 5-0 against Australia. And look what happened. Shubman Gill, honestly, ruined you guys. Ruined you guys.
It was. Shubman Gill was brilliant. I was actually there on day 2. I wish I wasn't, but no, I still believe in this team. I just thought it was we got the toss wrong. As simple as we should have batted first. If we would batted first, I believe we would have won because I still think we're the better batting lineup. I think Shubman Gill just had an outstanding innings both times. He's the reason why they won.
Not only that, I feel like your main issue, like in the first test, your bowlers really had that bite. It really looked as if like they had that bite. I remember on commentary, like Cast was bowling around 140 plus, almost at the 150 range. But then suddenly, in the second test, his speeds have dropped down 135, 130s. And then it's like England lacked that cutting edge. Shoaib Bashir, as good and consistent as he is, and even though India did make the mistake of letting him settle in, he didn't have that bite. Whereas someone like a Jack Leach or a Rehan Ahmed, where you can see that even though they're bowl for shorter bursts, like they're a lot more effective. I feel like that's what. If Mark Wood wasn't ruled out, then we would have seen him here definitely. This was a pitch that Mark Wood would have dreamed to bowl on.
Just in general, the bowling lineup, it's just not it, is it? It's just like you got Wokes.
Yeah.
He's looked really poor. What I'm surprised about.
Yeah, he's usually really good at him.
Cost bowled okay. He was a bit out of the lot. Tong expensive. And Stokes, he's not really a full-time bowler.
Yeah.
So then the man who I want to talk about most, Bashir, he's not good enough. He's only 21, so I'm not saying he's not going to be good enough in the future, but to be England's main spinner right now, yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
we've got better spinners. I'd rather have Jack Leach back. I know Jack Leach was not the greatest, but it's better than Bashir. We need to be looking at other options. Like,
it's funny you say that. I'm looking back right now. Shoaib Bashir actually took the most wickets for England in that test, so it's not that. I think he just wasn't consistent enough. I think that's the issue.
I think when I was there, the main thing what I looked at when I was watching it live, so I was looking at our first bowling innings. I was looking at Shoaib Bashir. He had a grand total of 2 maidens. 2. As a spinner, he only had 2 maidens. As in, the spinner's supposed to be
3 maidens actually. 3. You were one off.
yeah, it's just not good enough.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I've been looking around. I think I would personally to come in for him is Will Jacks. He's
Will
done very well.
Jacks. Hmm.
I think he could be England's main spinner
Okay, England's main spinner.
from that.
Okay, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I see your point.
No,
No, I remember his first match that he played against Pakistan. I think he had a debut six for, I think. So I think he could definitely be a spinning option, but not your main spinner. I don't think he should be a main spinner.
I
Because
really think he should.
at the end of the day, he's an
He's had a good,
all-rounder.
he's had a good year in first class, bowling wise,
Mm.
and he can bat. And shit, his fielding isn't great either. His
Mm.
bowling isn't great.
But then again, he's only
It's
21.
just
Let's cut him
those.
some slack. Like, he just needs to
Yeah,
develop
no,
a bit more.
yeah, yes, he should. He can, but we want to win that Ashes. He's not the man right now to win the Ashes. He will cost us
I
with how many
think
runs he goes for.
No, but I think especially in Australia, where the pitches have lots of pace and lots of bounce, the fact that he's tall, he has that towering figure, and he can generate some pace on the ball, I think that could work in his favour in Australia. Because in at England, that was basically a road, a flat pitch, like in that Ed Bastion test. I don't think it's right to judge him on that one pitch alone. It didn't offer any assistance. The pitches in Australia offer a lot more assistance to bowlers, especially the pace ones. I feel like Shoaib Bashir, one or two things will happen. One, he gets attacked a lot more, and then he ends up, like you say, being that Achilles heel for that team. Or when they attack him, they fail to put him away, and then that's how he ends up getting his wickets. I feel like definitely one of those two.
I just don't think you can take him to Australia. He played in Australia at the beginning of the year for England Lions, and he was the worst bowler there. And the rest of them hasn't played for England yet. He was the only one there who played for England, got caps, and he was the worst bowler there.
How many games was it? Just the one or two?
Huh?
Like, how many games did the England Lions
What did you
play
say?
in? Like, in Australia, how many games did Shoaib Bashir
Um,
play?
Let me have a look. Let me have a look. So I just remember him being poor.
Mm-hmm.
He was really poor in Australia. I just don't like. I don't think he's good enough. I really don't.
That's fair enough. But I guess,
Let me look.
like, I want to see Jack Leach back in this app. I don't know why he was omitted in the first place. Jack Leach, he's Shoaib Bashir, but more consistent, and he has that constant threat and bite, unlike Bashir.
Here, Bashir in Australia in one of the games, like the only game,
Okay, so it's
he
only the one game.
he yeah, 74 runs conceded in 19 overs, 1 wicket. Here we go again. Only one maiden again.
Mm. Yeah, he does get hit for runs quite a bit, doesn't he? It's about that control. I've always seen on commentary, like, it's about his control. He doesn't have enough control. That's definitely one thing that we can point out.
No. Well, then also Zach Crawley. Let's
Okay,
move on to
so
Zach
we've moved
Crawley.
on. So Shoaib Bashir, that's written over and done with now. Zach Crawley. I'm interested to hear about this one, because in the cricket captain episode that he's made, like I remember a certain somebody saying, "I am the biggest Zach Crawley fan you will ever see. I love the guy."
I do. I am a massive Zach Crawley fan, but
Oh, here's the but. Oh yeah, looking
we,
back.
we need we need to replace him.
Hmm. maybe. Let's have a look at his tests, his recent tests that he's been
All we have
involved
to look at, all we have to look at is India right here. In India, he's got 19 runs, then a duck, then 4 runs, and 65 runs.
in. Yeah, that really isn't very. Right, here we go. So
Then
his last few tests, he got that century against Zimbabwe back in May. Then he's had
Zimbabwe.
he's had decent scores in first class. Against Middlesex, a duck and 58, 1 and 54, and then 6 and 68. Two of those are against Middlesex, one of them against Gloucestershire. The Middlesex ones, I feel like, are a lot more challenging. Gloucestershire, easy team to beat, in my opinion, but I'm not the ECB director. In the first game that you played against India, 4 and 65. This game, 19 and 0. I genuinely don't think it's that bad. He's genuinely not that bad. Like, I feel like in this test in particular, there were runs to be had, no doubt about that. The ways he got out, that was pretty unfortunate. Let me have a look.
No, England fans, we have given up on him. We have truly given up on him. We are on the. We don't back it. The decision to play now. We just think there are better players out there.
So, like, who would you
But
put in
here's
opening
my
then, in
thing.
place of Zach Crawley? Who would you put in place?
There we go. And that's a lot of people say, "Oh, look at the first class scene." No, I've got the perfect opener right here. Jamie Smith.
Oh, that is interesting.
I know.
Oh, we'll move on to Jamie
never-
Smith in a bit.
Never
I've
opened
got
first class in his life.
yeah. We'll move on to Jamie
He's
Smith
never
in a
opened
bit,
first class in
actually.
his life.
Okay. Right.
Okay, because he's a very good player.
No, we'll move on to him in a bit. I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with him. Like, he has proved me wrong, but we'll move on to that in a bit. So, you think Jamie Smith would be a good opener for England? I feel like if I look at current, like, first-class teams right now, so I go into the County Championship Division 1, who would I pick out of these guys? I think... Okay, this one's a bit of a left field selection. Are you ready for this one? You might think I'm on crazy pills.
Oh no.
I think Hasib Hamid.
Okay, no, I'm just going to stop you right there. Right.
No, listen here. No, you can call me crazy, but
no, wait. I know you say he's played well. He's probably a great opener. Yeah.
yeah.
England won't touch him. Reason why he doesn't have the Basel mentality.
Yeah, but that's the issue, though. The thing about
you remember one thing about.
You go first. You go first.
You got to remember one thing about this England team and this England regime, that they don't look at stats. They don't care about stats.
They really don't.
You might have all these great stats and everything, but they do not care. They chose Bashir over one ball against Alice Cook. That's it. They didn't look at stats. They saw Stokes saw one ball online and they chose him.
Okay,
They're not going to put him back in the setup.
Okay, if we're looking at... Okay. I think Will Jacks then, definitely. They can put Will Jacks there, because that not only answers your spin conundrum, but then Will Jacks, he has that Bazball mentality. We've seen it before. Like, he can pick up from where Zach Crawley has fallen down. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I'll definitely include Will Jackson's squad, but I wouldn't open him. I'll do what we're now doing in the T20s and ODIs and put him at like 7, because I think that works. Because I'm not a massive fan of Will Jacks. I won't lie. I don't like it when he opens. I don't think he's good enough to open. I like him at a 7. Like, you think that he got wickets and oh wait, Will Jacks is out coming in, so he's definitely good enough to bat higher.
So if I look at where he's batting currently for Surrey, so I scroll down to their latest match against Durham. Yeah, Will Jacks, number 5, number 6. 119 off 94 in that 820 for 9 first class match between Surrey and Durham. So yeah, you're absolutely spot on. He'd be perfect in that kind of role. Right,
Yeah.
so that's the
So,
you can go ahead. We're not very coordinated.
so no, you are lagging a bit. I'm just
Yeah, you're
saying I
lagging a
can
little
hear
bit
you.
as well.
But
We'll
yeah,
definitely fix this for next
let's
time.
move. Let's go back to my favorite guy, James Smith.
Okay, Jamie Smith. All right. Let's hear your piece first before I come in with mine. Let's hear your piece first.
Reason being, he is so good. Out of all in the game, everybody else batted terrible except for him. I know you could say Brook got 150 in his first innings, but that second innings was just poor. But Jamie Smith was the only one out there who batted well both innings, and he's so good. He's so talented. He opens in T20, he opens in ODI. Why can't he open at Test? I don't see any other option. I think they would definitely do it. I think that's something they're probably considering. Because I just think he's good enough to open. He's got that mentality, what you would want from an opener.
Yeah.
He's similar to he will be able to.
And if they push Jamie Smith up to open, that means that they could either bring in Jacob Bethel or they could bring in Will Jacks.
Exactly. That's my thinking. Instead of bringing another opener, Smith up so we can get Bethel inside, because Jacob Bethel needs to be in that test side. They need a way how to get him to that side, and I think that's the only way you get him inside. You drop Crawley, move up Smith, and bring him Bethel.
Okay, let me go on this mini tangent about Jamie Smith. So when I saw him about a couple months ago, I was like, are England really just trying to shoe in a player of his quality in this side? Because I was of the impression that Jamie Smith, he's not a number 7 or number 8 batsman. He's the kind of guy that you'd want in your middle order or top order. That was my thinking before the second test match. And he made me more than eat my words. I feel like what he really did. I was thinking England were just shoving him in for the sake of it, but I mean, fair enough. He's made me eat my words. I would have thought that Ollie Pope would have taken the gloves, and then maybe you get in someone like a Jacob Bethel, someone who can bowl as a bowling option, because Ollie Pope and I've lost it. Ollie Pope and Jamie Smith, they can't bowl. Well, I think I've seen Ollie Pope bowl once or twice, but besides the point. But he's more than made me eat my words, so I can only sit here and reminisce.
Yes. I think we should move on to the next topic.
Yep. What are you proposing next?
Let's talk. I want you to talk about how Pakistan cricket's going, because I don't really know, so I would like to hear how it's going.
Oh, Pakistan cricket. We haven't played a game in ages, bro. I think that's the issue. Right, let me go ahead, check. Actually, no, I remember what happened last time. So, we're scheduled to play Bangladesh 20th of July. We played 3 T20s against them. And I think right now in T20s, we're very well placed. It's early days, but I think we're quite well placed. Because before that, we played ODIs in March against New Zealand. We got absolutely battered. And then we battered Bangladesh 3-0 for T20s. And what I could really tell, some of the lessons I could take from that, first of all, Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, like, dropping them both has allowed players of quality like Hassan Nawaz and then especially Mohamed Haris as well. Both of them were absolute game changers in that little mini series. I I can understand why they're trying to bring back someone like Sabizada Farhan because he's done well in the PSL. I'm pretty sure for United he scored 5, 6 half centuries, I think. I don't understand why on earth they brought back Fakhar Zaman. I mean, as great as he is, like I don't doubt he was probably our best batsman in that 2025 Champions Trophy before he got injured. But he's not a T20 player, I don't think. Actually, I say that, but I feel like they should move past him. Saim Ayub is so much better. Even though it took him until the third match to really hit his stride, because in the first two he got ducks, I'm pretty sure, or low scores. But he's definitely a generational talent. If we had him in that Champions Trophy, we wouldn't have needed someone like Fakhar Zaman. And then, oh, another interesting one, Hassan Ali. Oh, I both love and I hate this guy. Hassan Ali, I love and hate this guy
Okay.
because it was his fault.
So similar relationship to me and Zach Crawley at the moment.
I wouldn't even say that. It's more hate than love because this is only one series. But in that Champions Trophy, the same tournament that he broke out in 2017, the 2025 one. Actually, no, he wasn't playing. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wrong tournament. 2021. That's the tournament I'm thinking of. The T20 World Cup. That semi-final against Australia made me want to beat my head against the wall. The amount of mistakes he made. He dropped one of the easiest catches off Matt Wade. That was a game changer. Also, the bowling plan he had at the time, I don't think why? That was my only thought at the time. Then I was like, he should just stay in red ball cricket because he is not good in white ball. And then I remember around 2023, 2024, we tried to integrate him back in, but then I read this article which summed it up really well, trying to bring back an article that was already finished. But then now, if I look at the most current series, Hassan Ali, the last 3 matches he played against Bangladesh, I'll get it up in a sec. He got a 5 for in one of them, and he had a very good economy rate. And then I look at him now in county cricket. He took a 6 for, 6 wicket haul, I'm pretty sure. And then I think he's one of the top wicket takers. 6 for 23 against Derbyshire. That is mental. So I question whether he can translate that form into international cricket, but judging by the way he started, I feel like potentially we can integrate him back in. Potentially.
So how would you feel going to the T20 World Cup? Let's say the T20 World Cup starts tomorrow. How would you feel about Pakistan chances?
First of all, I think we're not tested just yet because this new combination, this new style of cricket that we've had, Salman Agha as the new captain, from early signs, I have good feeling from early signs because even his performance on its own has been good. Unlike Babar Azam or Shaheen Afridi, when they were given the captaincy, they were burdened. Even without the captaincy, once it was taken off them, they didn't have their best form either. Which is why I think dropping Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, perfectly understandable. I support that. But Shaheen Afridi, the kind of player he is and the kind of energy he brings. Yeah, back in 2022.
Of course.
Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. You need to trust the process a little bit. Because this has only been our first series against Bangladesh. We have another one against them in about 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. You've got T20 in Bangladesh.
Yes.
Then you got 3 T20s in West Indies. and
Yeah.
3 ODIs against West Indies. And there's no fixtures coming up.
Yeah, currently. Right now, it's a
Currently.
bit. Thing is, about Pakistan cricket, it's so mixed in with Pakistani politics. Like, it's an unhealthy
Yeah.
amount that's mixed in. Like, I'm pretty sure Mohsin Naqvi, like the chairman, he's also the Minister of Sports in Pakistan. And then obviously you know the situation in Pakistan, it's not very good. So I feel like that's a contributing factor as to why we can't get that many fixtures in the first place, because our board chairman is about as smart as Hassan Ali's bowling in 2021. That's the kind of level we're talking. And then I look back and I think, what on earth are we doing? Like, the best chairman that we've had is Ramiz Raja, 100%. I want to go back to those times. He had a women's PSL lined up. He had a Pakistan Junior League lined up. And then he also made quite a few fixtures as well. And then look at the new people that came in. They completely shelved those. So then it's like, the state that Pakistan cricket's in, it's dug itself an own hole. Like, there's not much you as the fan or the cricketer can do. It's all the people higher up. But that's enough about Pakistan's
So
horrendous situation.
if you had to choose one team right now to win the T20 World Cup, who would it be?
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna go ahead
Once again, let's
and
say tomorrow.
okay. I'm I'm contested between India and Australia. India or Australia. I don't see England win the T20 World Cup, just saying. I don't see them winning.
Who said I was going to say England?
Oh, we all know you were gonna say it. Biggest England fan you'll ever see right here. Delusional.
Ah, right. Yeah, I was going to say England gets to the final. I was going to say we're going to win it.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to win it.
Okay.
Unless
Unless they have an absolute stinker,
think,
yeah.
I think it won't be India. It won't be Australia.
Would it be India or
I
Australia?
think
Oh, that's interesting.
no,
Oh,
no. I
I need to hear your thoughts on that. We'll need to hear your thoughts on that.
it, I think South Africa's going to win it. They
South
played
Africa.
really well at the last one. They got to the final last time.
Hmm.
They're a good spot as a nation right now. I think that they will win it. They'll be England in the final.
Hmm. See, I've got a problem there because if I look back at South Africa, let's see. Like latest T20 squad, let's see, when was this? Final T20 they played. It was that one sec. Okay, it was against
3 ODIs
Pakistan.
against England.
So
Then
this is
three
back. Okay.
T20.
So this is back in 2024. Like South Africa against
Yeah.
Pakistan. That was their last T20 they played. So I'm going to read you out this 11 and I'm going to ask you if you're still confident. So Reza Hendricks, Ryan Rickleton, Matthew Bresk, Rassi van der Dussen, Heinrich Klaassen, Donovan Ferreira, George Linde, Diane Gallium, and then I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, Peter, Quina Mafaka, Otniel Bartman. You think that's winning the T20 World Cup?
Yes.
It doesn't even have Rabada in it. It doesn't even have Rabada. I was thinking that would be the
Yes.
first thing that you would say.
When we actually get to it, it will have a ball in there. The reason why I'm saying this, I'm looking at schedule right now. They're going to play a lot of T20 cricket before the World Cup. They're probably going to play the most before the World Cup.
That's
They've
fine.
got so they have a T20 tri-series with Zimbabwe and New Zealand. Then
Okay.
they've got a 3-match T20 series with Australia. They've got a 3-match T20 series with England. Then T20 match against Namibia. Then they've got Test against India. But then they've got 3 T20s in India against against India. So they're actually going to be playing where it's happening. No, 5-match series against India in T20. Then a 3-match series against West Indies in T20. No, a 5-match actually, no, it's a match one. Then another 5-match T20 series against New Zealand. They're playing lots of T20 cricket.
That is a lot of T20 cricket. No, but I stick by my decision just because if I look at the squad that I see right now, first of all, Heinrich Klaasen has retired. He's retired. He's by far South Africa's best batsman. He's gone. So, and then Temba Bavuma, he will come back in for the T20 captaincy. I'm not convinced by him in T20s. I'm more convinced by him in Test cricket. He's not a T20 batsman. Reza Hendricks, he scored a century against Pakistan, but if I look at him, 35 years of age, I think they're definitely going to try and get some new openers. So,
Okay, let's move on to the real favourites then.
okay, you're moving on to mine now.
England, of course.
Oh yeah,
England.
England. Oh yeah, okay, England.
Yeah. The
Hmm.
team who just whitewashed West Indies, thank you very much. We've got a new captain. It's all looking positive. Archer's coming back.
Let's have a look at
We've got
England's last T20 that they played.
it ended great very much. We absolutely battered.
Yeah, you battered West Indies. And then that actually revealed quite a few things. Jamie Smith and Ben Duckett as an opening combination. Like that isn't bad, all things considered.
Okay.
Although, I'm such a big Phil Salt fan. I want to see Phil Salt in that England squad. I want to see him in that England squad so badly.
The thing is, I like Phil Salt, but Smith has set his mark down. Salt is going to have to prove himself again because of how good Jamie Smith was in that series. He wasn't meant to play. It meant to be Phil Salt, but Phil Salt as a child, biggest mistake for his life. but
Oh my days.
it's my loss to misplace in the
I don't know, but if I look at Phil Salt's IPL form compared to Jamie Smith, who hasn't touched IPL, I mean, he's performing in T20 cricket right now, but then I look at West Indies attack, Akil Hossain, Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd, Ozari Joseph, Moti and Rutherford. That's not a difficult attack. I reckon, because West Indies have such a lack of bite in their bowling, I reckon even a team like Zimbabwe would have survived that. So it doesn't say much to begin with, because the caliber of the bowling. But then, say when he goes to Australia or he plays T20s against India, that will be a real test. But we've seen Phil Salt perform against those opponents before, so. And then.
No, but England has Liam Dawson.
Pardon? What did you say? I didn't catch that last part.
I'm all in England as Liam Dawson though.
Liam Dawson.
I love Liam Dawson. I love him.
No.
I love the guy.
I can't share that sentiment. No, I can't.
Well, you don't think he's ain't good?
No, I don't.
What? Do you not see how well he played against West Indies? His bowling, he was so good. It's been something what England's been missing for so long. We've relied on Adil Rashid for so long. And Liam Dawson's 35, but he has to be at the next T20 World Cup. And him and Archer will be the reason why we win it. Josh Archer, he will batter India, we'll beat India 4-1, like I said. We'll beat India 4-1,
Okay.
and then 5-0.
I'll hold you to that. We're going to hold you to that.
Yeah, then, he'll go down under, playing the Ashes. he'll help England win the Ashes 5-0. That is still on 5-0. But that batting lineup of Australia is awful, by the way. We'll probably discuss on the next episode about the Australian batting lineup because it's really bad. Then Josh Archer will go to India for the T20 World Cup and T20 World Cup. Easy, light work. That's not. That won't be hard. That won't be hard at all. This might be the delusion talking. I don't think it's.
I think it's definitely England cricket delusion. Yeah. But you know what? I'll let you have your moment. You can have your moment. It's fine. But so you're predicting an England versus South Africa semi-final. No, not semi-final. Final.
No, final.
Yeah, final. Yeah. I'm predicting the India and Australia final, provided they're not in the same group.
South Africa.
Yeah. Because if you ask me right now.
No, what do you say? I didn't.
Pardon?
Catch it. Africa and England. I didn't catch it at all.
Okay, so you've chosen your two teams for the final. My two teams, India and Australia. Because I think currently right now, like, they have two of the best white ball squads right now. If I look at India right now, so India, their last T20I, we're gonna have a look if my phone doesn't glitch out. Thank you.
Aussies.
Yeah, you can tell he hates Australians. Right, okay.
Australians.
It was a T20 against England where you were absolutely battered. So
yeah, okay, right. Let me look to the defend them, of course. It was our old captain, old mindset.
I wasn't trying to diss you that time. I wasn't trying.
The new head coach wasn't even there yet. So maybe it's us.
But still, I look at this Indian team. Abhishek Sharma, an absolute revolution. Literally, in the IPL, he was good. But this is something else. Next level, the amount of... Like, he's brought his hitting game from IPL to the international stage. Like, last T20I he played 135 or 54. And then the second opening slot, I'm a little bit confused. They have so many options. Yashasvi Jaiswal, he's the left-handed option, very aggressive and very good as well. Then Shubman Gill, captain currently, right now, of the Test team. He doesn't like Shubman Gill either. And then Sanju Samson, he's also incredible. He was decent against England in that squad as well. And already that's 3 options. And I feel like I could mention like 5 more. I could mention so many more. So
we get it.
They're spoiled for opening options. I haven't got to Bumrah just yet. Then middle order. Tilak Varma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Shivam Dube, Hardik Pandya. What a middle order. Tilak Varma, an absolute assassin of spin hitting. Like, him and Shivam Dube, both of them, absolute assassins of spin hitting. You look at the IPL, they have some of the highest strike rates against spin. Like, Shivam Dube in particular, he was the only reason he was brought into that 2024 World Cup was to deal with the spinners. Because they were spinning pitches, that was the only reason he was brought in, and he mostly did his job. And then Hardik Pandya, we all know how amazing he is. He can bowl that 140 plus, but then he's also an incredible batsman as well. Like, when he played IPL, when he returned back to Mumbai Indians, 2023-2024 time, he was struggling, but then 2025, he improved himself, and that has led to him getting back into that squad and doing really well. And there are so many other options as well. Rinku Singh, he's an amazing finisher, and I'd say probably one of India's first choice right now. Akshar Patel, because especially Ravindra basically, Ravindra Jadeja retiring, that has meant that India don't have a left-arm spinner, except for Axar Patel. He can bat. I remember Asia Cup, when they were up against Pakistan, Akshar Patel, he was sent as a floater. That set us off. We weren't expecting that, and he was an absolute demolisher. And then he's also a very good bowler as well, not only in Test cricket but also in T20s. Like, I look at his record for Delhi Capitals, IPL, he was very good. He was a supporting role for Kuldeep Yadav then, and then right now, in this Indian team, he's a supporting role for Kuldeep Yadav and Varun Chakravarti. We're going to speak about Kuldeep Yadav in a second, because I've got a bunch more to rant about him. Good things, not bad things. And then the bowlers.
Okay.
We all know Jasprit Bumrah, one of the best bowler in the world.
We don't even need to talk about him. We
don't need to.
Everyone knows.
Exactly. But then
Jasprit Bumrah.
They have so many options again. Prasid Krishna, he's a hit the deck bowler. You saw how good he was in England. His short ball tactic, I'd say a lot more effective than Bryden Cast, just because he's a bit taller, I'm pretty sure. Then we have Mohammad Shami. He hasn't had the best return back to form in IPL, but that was because he had a long injury layoff. But you look at that 2023 World Cup and 2019 as well. Although those are ODIs, he was still impressive. And then even if we look back, 2021, after that game against Pakistan, he bounced back really well. That's what propelled India to that semi-final, I think. And then what else? Varun Chakravarti, I love this guy. He's absolutely amazing. He's a Kolkata Knight Riders boy. Let's go. Kolkata Knight Rider for life. And then, if we look against England as well, he got a 5-fer. I don't know if he got 2, but he definitely got 1. And then he also got quite a few wickets as well. He is so impressive. Love him.
You keep England, that's the old England. Don't remember that.
No, it's the only one because that was the most recent ODI that I've got up right now. What, do you want me to get a different one? A different T20? Not an England one.
Oh, no, but still, you got to put, when you say, you got to say the old England.
Oh my days.
The current England would absolutely batter India.
I wouldn't think so.
Mm.
But that's my reasoning behind India being one of the final winners. Now we move on to Australia. Your favourite team, as we all know.
Yeah, okay, they're not that good, okay? They're not that good.
Right, most recent T20, let's have a look. It was...
Don't play on T20 cricket.
Pardon?
No, it's against Pakistan.
Oh, it was against Pakistan. Oh. I don't think it was 3-0. I think it was 2-1. We won one of the games.
No, it's 3-0. No, it's 3-0.
Probably not the best thing I could have chosen, but you know what? It's fine. It proves my point. Currently, Australia...
Bad Pakistan. Hey.
Okay, I'll stop you right there.
Oh, there you go. The old Pakistan.
Yep, the old Pakistan. We're in a new generation now. We dropped Babar Azam, we dropped Shaheen Afridi, we've dropped Mohammad Rizwan. It's just like England. We're in a new era. Anyway, moving on from that rude interruption. So, Australia's opening combination in T20s right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Matthew Shaw and Jay.
No, at this time, Travis Head took a break. Otherwise, he would slot right back in. It's gonna be Travis Head and one of Matthew Shaw or Jake Fraser McGurk. One of those two.
I don't think that's good enough.
I think that's pretty decent. Travis Head, you've seen his IPL exploits. He is an absolute IPL legend.
But England got the better back open lineup, so let's get that already. We've got the better number 3 batter. They got Josh Inglis. We've got Josh Butler, one of the great T20 players of all time. So that's
Still,
brilliant.
don't sleep
Another
on
bad
Josh
thing.
Inglis. He's pretty decent. I like Josh Inglis. He's a good batter. If you've seen him in
Yeah,
BBL,
but we're on about. Yeah, but you're comparing him to Josh Butler.
I'm not comparing him to Josh Butler. We're not comparing it to England. I'm trying to give you my piece on why Australia are decent, and then you're trying to compare the two, and then it's like,
Yeah, yeah, because you just look at this Australia side. I just don't think it's good enough, you know. They've got a few decent players. There, Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell's very good. We all know that.
he's
That's
a
famous
legend. We all know.
innings in the 2023 World Cup. You know, innings. And Josh Inglis is good, but
Hmm.
Butler's the bowling attack.
Their bowling attack is really good. Like this T20 right here, most of the key players rested. Otherwise, it would have included people like Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, and then
Wait, so you're telling me to Australia B team 3-0?
you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that.
You lost Australia B team 3-0.
Technically, it was our
Yeah,
hot B team. We didn't have some players. We rested some as well, so it was a B team against a half an A team. We'll say that. We'll say that.
you're going for T20 World Cup, aren't you?
But I look at like the middle order, like right here, the middle order. That's Marcus Stoinis, Tim David, Maxwell Hardy. I don't see Stoinis playing in the T20 World Cup because I think,
I don't think.
yeah, he's not going to play in that T20 World Cup. But they're going to have somebody else there. I think, if I think back to my BBL knowledge, who would they have in there? Tim David's 100% going to be in there. I'm expecting Tim David to be in there.
I'm looking at Tim Davis' stats here. It's not in great form, is it?
No, but a player of that caliber, I'd keep him regardless. I would keep him regardless. Okay, here. Cooper Connolly. Cooper Connolly. He is a rising star for Australia. Rising star. He's going to be in that middle order.
On Cricket Captain. Episode 2 game film soon be there.
Yep. Then Aaron Hardy, he's another little rising star as well. I see him as a lesser version of Hardik Pandya. He's able to bat almost anywhere in the batting order, and then he can bowl that 140. Because in T20 cricket, if you can at least bowl 140, that allows you the changes of pace, it allows deception, and then you've also got a bit of pace on you. So it's decent. A fast medium bowler, that's good.
Another thing about say Cooper Connolly, it says right here, he's a left armer.
Exactly, and that
left armers are so important in T20 cricket. Like,
exactly.
That was England's biggest problem at the last World Cup, is that there are no left armers. But it seems like Brooke has realised our armers, including Luke Wood in the squad, who's a good player. He played for Trent Rockets, So yeah. So that's important. I would probably take him Coop Connolly because you need a left armour in there.
100%, yeah. Then I've got a bit of a question for you. I've got a question. Do you think Steve Smith is good enough for T20 cricket in that T20 World Cup? Will you see him in there? Do you think you can see him there?
No.
No. Oh, that's interesting.
No, I don't think he will be there. Because I think he hasn't played T20 cricket. It says that he hasn't played international T20 cricket since 2024, February 2024.
Yeah.
I just think I don't see him going. Think it'll be at the Ashes, so it playing every Ashes games. So I just don't think he'll play it. It's similar to that. I think Ben Stokes should be there. Ben Stokes, but I don't think he'll be. That
Yeah.
same with Joe Root. I don't think Joe Root will go, even though Joe definitely should be. Joe Root's still a great T20 player, but I just don't think he'll be there.
Yeah. No, it's interesting that you say the fact that you question whether Steve Smith can bring that test game into T20. If I look back a couple years, BBL, Big Bash League, Sydney Sixers, on their run to that final, Steve Smith scored 2 centuries in 4 games, a half century as well. He had an absolute purple patch in that period. So the question I have now to you is, does that change your mind at all? That change your mind? Because he's been decent in T20 cricket. Like, Major League Cricket, like that's happening right now, the American franchise league. 1 or 2 years ago, he consistently played in there. And then the current BBL season, that's going to happen soon. He's scheduled to play at least 2 weeks worth. Do you think that would be enough time for him? Or do you think you need to see him play more T20 cricket?
Who did you say again? Like you said, who was it?
Steve Smith.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look if he was in the 2024 squad for the last T20 World Cup. Because if he was in the squad, yeah, I don't think he's got any chance in that squad.
Yeah.
Because I should think they moved away from him.
Yeah, it would make sense as well because how old is the guy? He's got to be mid-30s at least. Let's see, Steve Smith.
No, I don't think he was in the
36. He's 36. I don't think he would be.
Yeah, I don't. Was he in it? I don't think he was in it.
Right, series. Wait.
I don't see him anyway.
We'll have to research on that a little bit later. So Steve Smith, we're saying no. We're saying no for putting him in the T20 squad.
Right. We have Australia. 24. It was in 2024 T20 World Cup squad.
Okay.
He was in it. He was not in the T20 squad. So I don't think he's definitely not going
to
be in the next one. In it.
I'd want
to wrap up.
I mean, let's have a look. What other cricket is there for this week? I can do until 1:30.
How long have we been filming for?
I have no idea.
How long have we been filming for?
I think almost an hour. I think 1 hour of footage, that should be decent enough. What do you think?
Yeah, we can talk. We can end by talking about what we're going to do in the future.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. So, in the future, I was thinking for this podcast, we have it like towards the end of a week, and then it's almost like a cricket roundup to an extent. Like we briefly touch on the cricket that's happened. Like for example, if we were to do that right now, we talk about South Africa and Zimbabwe, how Wian Mulder broke 3 or 4 records during then. We have talked about India and England, which has been very interesting.
He decided to play when he was about to break. He was about to break the record. He was about to break the records for the most runs in T20 game, but he decided to clear. Why would you do that?
Who knows? We can dig into that a bit more next time if you really want to. If you're that desperate, we can delve into that next time.
We just mentioned it now.
Okay.
He got 367, and he declared when he easily could have broke Ryan Lawrence's record. Why would you do that?
And then we could also talk about Australia and West Indies. We could talk about like I kept up with it. I think, first of all,
Yeah.
I'd talk about like just how brutal the Australian bowlers are, especially against that brittle
Now
lineup
what
that is West
now
Indies.
what I think they've got a really good bowling attack.
Yeah, because their batting in that test was horrendous, I have to say. Some
Yes.
of the shots were absolute brain fades. Like the opening combination is an absolute shambles.
It's
Their tail, is about as strong as a toenail, and then, but then even if their batting lineup is that weak, West Indies is like toenail, but one cell of it, because they got skittled over so easily. And I'd delve into the opening combination, how it's like musical chairs. Then I'd talk about like this incentive on bringing players from white ball to red ball and then expecting some kind of success from it. And then I talk about the opposite, how they
Yeah.
try to bring Shamar Joseph from red ball cricket to T20 cricket and they expect something from him, even though they're trying to follow that Bazball
Yeah.
formula of not looking at stats but looking at the player. So that's what I talk about for that test. We could delve into some franchise
Yeah.
cricket as well. Like right now,
Yes.
Major League
The
Cricket
the plan
in America.
the
Okay,
plan is like the Japan's on Thursday, so
wait, can you repeat that? It
Friday,
froze up.
Saturday, and probably Tuesday. We'll probably film next time. We'll probably film. I don't know when. Will probably be the day after the England India game. So
Yeah,
next Tuesday, because
yeah.
it seems best to film after something big ended. Then I was thinking before the 100 start, we have a 100 special episode where we go through every
100 special.
team. Yes, we'll go through a single team and analyze how the chances, who's got the best team, who's got the best batting line or better bowling line. Just have a look at that who should win.
Yeah,
Then let's say there's a lack of cricket going on, like there's not a lot to talk about. We should do it everywhere with like ranking. Let's do ranking the greatest ever wins, greatest ever chasers, stuff like that.
yeah. And then at the end of the year, we can almost do a special where we talk about our favourite matches by the end of the year, who we think is the best
Yes.
player of the year, best batter, best bowler, best all-rounder, and then maybe we have a
Yeah.
look at the rankings, see how accurate they are, and see our views
Yeah.
on those.
Then when I know the T20 World Cup is away, but when the T20 we do a lot of videos on like we do more than one podcast a week when the T20 World Cup on.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then here's exclusive for people. That this is a might at the moment, but live stream. We might live stream.
Mm-hmm. If you can figure it,
Used might.
yeah, might. You'd
Mate,
have to figure out.
I was mainly
You can go for
mainly thinking for the Ashes.
the Ashes.
Why is ages away? The
Mhm.
Ashes and probably the T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
Just wait, we need to get the hangs of how it's going to go and see how
Yeah, we need
the
to
channel
see
go
how.
really.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But
that's
yeah,
everything? Can we sign off?
anything else need to just no, that's enough. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's been real Wicketers. This has been Suran. Waiting for you to say your part.
I did say my thought. It's been Ollie, yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on this coordination. I'll see if I can get the volume to work better. I think the background is decent, but volume needs a bit of work. Other than that, we will see you in the next one.